Hello, it is me once again. Mentioned about, well, and I had new updates right now for both from Hawaii and also from Chicago that I found out. First up, in the look at the new vendors represent the new Aloha theme within Hawaii. Yeah, so you look all the way seen here, they're gonna get a better shot. Yeah, it looks like it's a really good render there all the way. They got the good palm trees in the background, Honolulu on one side, and they end up got in the almost like a hexagonal type scoreboards that I've never seen before, but otherwise, yeah, it just makes sense. No bed seats, so they in the plans. It's gonna be all like technically bolted to the friggin' stem there, which just makes sense. Yeah, they avoided project extension right in up to 40,000 city they are front of the shore. Yeah, I think they might possibly refer. I mean, this I've seen college football teams you end up in the buildings like a small stadium and then just keep building up and up and up and up and over time. So this might be sort of 30,000 city to make a 60,000 city in the future, and then just can't keep adding up to probably up to 80. So I see this happen to try to coach football a lot of times with renovations. So gonna head and look out that in 20 years in the future for renovations. For sure. Here it is. So that's part. This is probably part one, though. So you got another good render here. So for the adequate view, it's like almost like a bowl shape popper. So yeah. So here's a little bit of problem with for sure. There, it's also if we look kind of closer, it looks like it's a little bit soccer confederation added in at this point. Kind of interesting. So yeah, so got other good pictures here of the stadium. And I guess it says he has not in distribution, and some business not in it, not even yet to be an official or not because it's not. Okay, yeah, compares not even official. So yeah, so if I'm for sure, yeah. So it looks kind of good. It's a pick so far, and you know that. So yeah, so yeah. Here's a little thing that I end up mentioning right now. Aloha Stadium is might be one of the potential venues for the FIFA World Cup in 2038. Remember, FIFA officials at the end up did point out possibly a Trans-Pacific site of the World Cup though, if it happens. And they might possibly use Aloha Stadium as one of the venues for the 2038 FIFA World Cup if the Trans-Pacific side wins. Because at this point, which it's going to be like a placeholder, but at a funnel for sure. As you know already. And plus, it did have found out already, but it have found out Major League Rugby, which is not popular also, but USL. If we don't get any USL stadiums, so they end up in any vicinity to this day, you're gonna be shocked at how big they can be for stadiums. Yeah, it'll show you every stadium in any vicinity. So you say, let's see how many stadiums what stadiums are getting in USLC. Well, here it is. This is all vicinity, and yep, don't get a vicinity though. And think to yourself right now. Is any seems to get larger than this? Answer is Yes, it is Pitbull's team from Miami FC. Probably is going to move out of there because it's home for the Bulls. And the movie to their own stadium in the future. It's going to be smaller, so probably no. And it also got Providence Park for the Legion, up to 47,100. So Aloha Stadium is going to be fitting very well for with this, this high vicinity. And plus they got Athletico Dallas, which is an expansion team. It had 90,000 vicinity built in already. Yeah, so mostly it's going to be smaller, though. So why not League One? That was even worse. It had towards the League One, two, which is their third level. If we get up to that, so yeah, here it is. It had towards League One stadiums. I will show you right now. Yeah, the largest one is the American Legion Memorial Stadium was 10,500 for the short independence. For future clubs, it's gonna be way smaller. So kind of afraid if USL did have a team in Hawaii, use Aloha Stadium, it's gonna be as big as the Cotton Bowl and even for the Legion Stadium in Birmingham. Mixed into I think it's gonna be right up those leagues. Now, and also got the Oakland Coliseum is probably be gone by then. Also Pitbull Stadium too. So it's gonna be right up there. So which is gonna be so weird. And the end of just say one now. So it's kinda like, and plus this is gonna be Fancy Stadium right up to the same level as Major League Soccer to the end of it for the same type of rendering and some sort. So kind of afraid the USL they playing against Hawaii feels like you're living in a FIFA World Cup stadium. This is kind of feels like a FIFA type level of stadium in Hawaii. It's like a similar to see in the FIFA World Cup. So yeah, it's gonna be just some sort. I know this whole time they's gonna be in stages, conducting fully complete everything with business wise orders to probably 2050, but by that point the stage gonna be probably be complete before 2030. So I'll not be surprised for that fully in as soon as possible, but related to it. So it makes sense compared to the look all the way it is right now. So yeah, it doesn't find out for sure. And then lastly, let's go to the White Sox situation. And I found out they're literally planning to move the White Sox stadium away from the Sunday Sweep, which has been lost out to the fire. And then from other videos to the end of the movie too, right across the river. Yeah, this is technically what they're looking at right now. Yeah, they might be moving the White Sox to this right across the river there. But again, I also have you got new problems there for White Sox too. Cause yeah, the literally they just moving sites. And this give me a little bit of problem too. And I'm gonna show you Google Maps anyway that this comes to be because that's it. Yeah, they're literally moving to a 47-acre like railway yard in Chicago's Southern Loop, right across the river from the Chicago Fire Stadium. Here's a better picture of what I'm looking at. Right there is the end of in the right across the river. So there, away next to the Fire Stadium there too, which is gonna be making things a little bit more harder. There. Yeah, that's not gonna do much. Yeah, here's a better look at them. Oops. My bad. Here's a better look at here. There's a whole entire railway here, and it's like it's also it's yeah, there's some sort. The one of the problems are only revealed all the way. This is so yeah. The question is what's gonna. Yeah, I do not think it's a good idea because I know Amtrak used this area, known as the Amtrak Chicago. Yeah, Amtrak Chicago car yard. Yeah, I meant by cars. I meant by railway cars for the Amtrak trains. So they never say if one car broke down and they had to need a backup, they need this building to get replacement cars in the case where they end up for the one that breaks down. And then obviously they had the parts of some sort they needed for restoring railway cars and the some sort locate within this building. So some sort. Yeah, they found it for sure. Also, they also is also owned by I think it's known as Melbius and also BNS. I think those BNSD and something I forget it's called, which is a intercontinental railway trading, like a trading service. There's a trade like gas, oil, and other sort of from Canada, Mexico to oil over US like almost every day. Also uses the west side too, so it's just gonna be a problem too. Also, they cannot do not think they end up Amtrak and am not allowed to use the car yard there to be turned into like another station for the White Sox in the fire there. Because, like I said, I don't think it's a good idea to then to turn the car yard to a brand new train station by the city of Chicago for their trains to use that to the end of some sort. It might possibly incubate right incubate right into the new stadium there. Found out for sure. Cause yeah, here's a little problem on Google Maps anyway. I'm gonna show you right now. Anyway, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you right now if I find it first before I get lost in the middle of hell. Here it is. Here it is. The Chicago Fire is located on one side, but to go across the river, here's the car yard, and then there's like a bridge that they can cross there. The problem is also there's Roosevelt Road. Problem is if they build a ballpark here, it's gonna be like right about here. So there's this, got the railway yard of some sort, got the car yard of some sort. The problem is though, yeah, it's kind of tight of some sort. It's gonna be small. Yeah, you literally have problem is there's all the elongated stamps in history. And you end up, yeah, you got long NLB ballparks back then. So it's not gonna be small, but it's gonna be very long. So yeah, yeah, they're not gonna say current ones off the older baseball parks. So yeah, not long as obviously length. I mean, this will not help me at all. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, but and they show you some examples of old stands that I think is in a very close to be like in this one. It end up to the new Sox ballpark in the Amtrak yard. It's gonna be end up like. One example is the old-fashioned exhibition park in Pittsburgh. One of those, it is it's kind of built kind of weird and elongated, and there's some sort. It's a good. This is one of the good examples. It's gonna built within right close to the district parts of Pittsburgh, and they end up it is it's really long. And this is a postcard, and yet the ballpark is located right about here. That's the ballpark right there. The look closer right here. It is because it cuts right off. And look how long it is. Like you can your home this home plate is located right about here. That's home plate. It's really long, like very long. That's a good view right here. Although it really looks like it right out of view. It's like very long. Yet here's a better look here. So it's right close to the railway lines too. And it's also very long. So that's gonna be like ex known as known as Expedition Park in Pittsburgh. One example. Another example is Philadelphia's Baker's Bowl. The Baker's Bowl, and then also it's kind of long too. When you look at the dimensions, it's also built right next to the train yard too, so that they make it a little bit more obvious. Here's a better look at the of the looks like it up this of the Baker's Bowl. There's this as well. It's very long. I think this is a better view here than what it looks like. So yeah. So it makes sense. And then they get to League Park in Cleveland, also very long. Historic home of the Guardians. So yeah. Also a good example here on the long ballparks. Of the old League Park in Cleveland. Also Palace of the Vans in Cincinnati. Too. Also pretty long. Is also a good example. Here's a good picture that looks like pretty long too. So I think that's also I believe as well. I believe it, and then it also did show you like the very long famous polo grounds. Yeah, the polo grounds that are also very long too. And to show you. Yeah, take a look at yourself at the polo grounds in full glory. Yep. Yeah, yeah. With very long dimensions on the polo grounds. Anyway. Yeah, this is the polo grounds dimensions. And also, and yeah, so yeah. Yeah, they could add two steams. And the computer two is also West Side Park, Chicago, also pretty long, and also that's not at least that's Southside Park. There's also pretty long too. So yeah. So that seems like a problem already. So, yeah, so you literally had to build stadium almost as similar as those things that it's shown already. So yeah, that's gonna be the problem with the White Sox stadium at the Amtrak site. And at this point, it's gonna end up an issue already because of this. And plus, yeah, you literally cannot build parking spots over this area. You literally just can't. So it's I think the only way that they can do is to build a they can use those bridges though. But if they had to build a separate bridge right over the river to the Midri soccer site for use of Midri League soccer for the fire. So some sort, which is gonna be the problem there is for parking too. For that. So yeah, you just questioned about parking and then end up a parking nightmare of some sort and traffic right top of that too. So yeah, it'd give you a bit better shot. Yeah, you literally had so it's only just disconnected by the river, so in some sort, which is gonna be a big issue there too for eliminating the parking in some sort. Although you get a good skyline of some sort too of the city in the new ballpark, and then right top of that too to get the river at this point too, point right at the river, on the Chicago River right there. The problem is if you look at the kind of bad angle, you're landing ran right into the Chicago Fire soccer stadium right across the street. So yeah. So that's gonna be another issue too. Yeah, so it's already bad enough is gonna get me uneasy because of Amtrak. And now they got the another issue too, so they was gonna be for traffic, and also they had to build a separate bridge to allow passengers that have to park cars to walk right over the river to the baseball game from the same parking lot, but used by the Chicago Fire itself. So that's gonna be a little another issue on top of that too. By the White Sox, it is a good idea to build to the end of a baseball stadium right across the river from the Chicago Fire Stadium, the way it is, right over the Amtrak site. So that's gonna be another issue right top of that, because I just kind of see why this thing will never work. Because the E-way. And also, it also got the car yard. I don't really my accumulate it right into the stadium, or the worse, or they might demolish it, and then they try to build a new car yard right underneath the baseball stadium, like a built-in tunnel. That's giving a little bit of insult because it takes more time to build it. Because they literally had to build everything right top of this whole entire tracks. Build the scene right top of it, on the tracks, and they end up and then just get taken from there. That's gonna be another problem because they can literally have something like that. So we'll see if they do choose it. Wait till the rendering. When we look like from there because I do not know for sure it's gonna happen or not. We'll see. So it's kind of related to City of Chicago, federal government, you hotel other type of jazz to allow them to make it happen. So yeah, so that might be it for sure. Hope you like this video. Like and subscribe, ring the bell, and it'll never miss out. Hope you see you in the next video. I'm Joshua Cat Human, and then finally I'm out of here. See you, and otherwise say beep beep beep. You know, and also yeah, ring the bell and then miss out on other videos of some sort. So see you in the next video. I'm Joshua Cat Human, and I finally am out of here. So the other way I'm gonna say some sort is, well, bye for now.